Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me directly. My email address is tmosso@thewatchbox.com for your questions about the pricing of this or any Watchbox watch. Today, we're discussing the Girard-Perregaux Laureato. This is the Laureato 42 in grade 5 titanium and rose gold. The Laureato collection expanded to its modern scope in 2017 when the model was brought back as a regular offering. It had been in the catalog on and off since 1975. It was one of the original full integrated bracelet case sports watches, but whereas the original was quartz, this one is very much mechanical. 42 millimeters in diameter, it's grade 5 tie with rose gold garnishing. It's 11.1 millimeters thick from lug tip to lug tip. It's 49 millimeters with the end lengths. The total distance across the wrist is 52.2 millimeters. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. You get a good sense of the size of the watch. Comfortable, super flat, but broad. I recommend it for a wrist no smaller than mine. I really do think because of those outcropping end links, your wrist needs to be 16 centimeters circumference or larger to wear this well, although the case does help because its lugs are downturned at their ends. That said, it is very flat and it will slide easily underneath the cuff. Taking a quick look at the strap, it is integrated in the same fashion that the bracelet would be, with a pronounced taper. It also largely matches the thickness of the lug profiles. It's medium rectangular scale alligator leather, black with a gloss finish, and you can see that the straps actually held to the case using screws and bars, which is a nice secure arrangement. We have a broad folded edge, a monotone stitch calfskin on the bottom. You can see that this is a Girard-Perregaux factory strap in outstanding condition. Taking a quick look at the buckle itself, here we have double fold. It's a fascinating piece because it includes two sets of triggers. So it snaps shut on that side, and then it has its own release triggers, and then it snaps shut on the other side, and it has still another set of release triggers. This is an unusual arrangement, but one that gives you absolute security on the wrist. So we have a double fold action here, and you can see externally the buckle includes a satinated titanium, and then it's polished internally. And like every folding clasp, the point is to prevent heartbreak and droppage while you are donning or removing the watch. Taking a quick look, you can see that even this features some nuances. The trigger for releasing the outer part of the buckle has a little bevel around the edge of its satinated profile. You can see there's a little polished bevel that runs all the way around. Likewise, we have polished bevels that run the length of the case on both sides. We also have rose gold intermediate links. We have a longitudinally satinated lug hood profile. We have longitudinal finish on the sides. I suppose this would be longitudinal. This would be more like a transverse finish. We have no crown guards, but you can see that the geometric form of the crown actually matches the geometric form of the bezel, longtime symbols of Girard-Perregaux. We have a screw-down crown, a 50-meter water resistance rating. So on a water-resistant strap, this watch is surface swimmable. The bezel features a little rolled bevel on the edge of its profile, and then the sheer portions, the vertical portions, are polished, as is the plinth that sits underneath the primary bezel. We have a circular satination across the top, rose gold hands, logo, and indices. We have a lovely anthracite dial with a pyramide, Clous de Paris. It is a handsome geometric texture. My favorite details here, if you look carefully, you could see that the hour hand, as well as the counterweight to the seconds hand, are in the shape of one half of a Girard-Perregaux golden bridge, a nod to the company's other design icon. We'll do a quick loom shot here so you can see the watch is robustly loomed, and then turning it all over, the dial gives way to a movement that is properly sized for the case. We're out of the era of the 3000 series here. This is a caliber 1800, which is the newer of Girard-Perregaux's families of in-house automatic. It's a bigger movement. It has a longer power reserve at 54 hours, beats away at 8 beats per second, pivots on 28 joules. It has both a quick set and a stop second function for setting the time. It has an eccentric screw micrometric adjustment system, and then for general adjustments, including beat rate, we have an Edicron system. There's a lovely black polished reversing wheel right here, and then Côte de Genève across the bridges, engine turning on the base plate. The bridge beveling is quite good. You can see on the rotor we have a lovely rounded mirrored finish, And then if we turn around, you can see the barrel bridge is beautifully symmetrical, and these bevels are quite broad and mirrored, very attractive. While they're probably started mechanically, they're undoubtedly finished with a handheld buffing tool to get that rounded mirrored shine. And then you can see that the ratchet wheel is black polished, and then the barrel itself has been beautifully solarized. These steel components that relate to, among other things, crown release, those have been satinated handsomely. And everything about this movement speaks to the quality invested in it. It feels like an haute horlogerie movement, worthy of the likes of a Girard-Perregaux, a Zenith, a Glasuta Original, or a Jaeger-LeCoultre. In fact, I would go so far as to say the finish of this movement is actually a cut above just about all of those. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.